Oh shit. Monday, whatever the fuck it is. Monday, March 20th. Who the fuck do you think you're dealing with? Onnit is the main sponsor of the church of what's happening now. Go to onnit.com right now and press in code word
church
and get 10% off. Number 2, listen, elevate your underwear game to the next level. You perfected your wardrobe. Now get the party started. There's nothing better out there than MeUndies. MeUndies.com right now. I'll get you 20% off your first pair. Go ahead, revamp your underwear drawer. Number 2, let me tell you something. CISO is getting up there. You understand me? With specials from Nick DiPaolo, Gina Yeshire, and a new special from Fahim Abwar. Right now, you get CISO for $3.99 a month, but wait right there. If you go to CISO.com right now, sign up for 2 free weeks with the promo code Joey. That's how I'm doing it tonight. Forget the $3.99. I'm going to give you 2 weeks.
Code word Joey.
There you go. Who you think you're dealing with? Joey Bananas? Kick that mule, Lee. Oh, shit. Just when you thought it was safe. Take it to the next level, Lee. Come on. Blow their fucking earphones out, Lee. Here we go. It's your lucky day, cocksuckers. Ding, 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 ding. It's the church of what's happening now, bitches. Coming at you. Dig these little sticks right here. Here we go. Here we go. Oh shit. It's Mission Impossible. Willie Barcena. Syatt. Uncle Joey coming at you. Here we go. Oh! Stop it. Here we go. Huh. What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? Uncle Joey here. Syatt, my main man, Willie Barcena. What's happening, guys?
What's up, bro? Good to hang out with you.
You are. All right, what's up with you there, Syatt?
I had something happen that never happened in my life before. I left Vegas with more money than I went there with.
Oh shit! Look at you.
Amazingly, practicing like you said, it actually worked. I've been planning like every week for like 2 months or something like that, a month and a half, and I did great.
Where are you going this week?
Probably Thursday.
To Vegas?
No, not to Vegas, just to somewhere around here. I would love to go again this week, but no, it was I love Vegas. I understand for comedians if you're stuck there for like a week, that must suck.
Oh, it sucks dick. But that long week fucking blows, man. By Wednesday, you want to shoot yourself. You're hearing ding, 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 ding.
Right.
You've already fucking drank. It was, I don't know. It just didn't work.
Plus, you don't really have a lot of money to gamble. Like, it's not like that's why people go to spend money, I think.
I liked the short week. I did one of those long weeks one time at the Lexor.
Right.
When it was Catch a Rising Star or something, and it was just...
They used to have 3 shows a night.
Yeah, 3 shows a fucking night. That's crazy.
Yeah,
21 shows for fucking $50 or something like that. It was fucking ridiculous. Then I liked Reno. Reno was a little bit more... How do you say that? The je ne sais quoi. You know what I'm saying? What you see in Reno is what you get.
Yeah.
But that club I liked because it was an easy 5 shows. I featured, you know what I'm saying? I went in, and on Fridays they paid you. So the guy was cool. You didn't have to wait till Sunday and shit. So I liked it because of that. But I don't know. I never did well a whole week at a fucking casino, man. I was in Baltimore last weekend. If you came to one of the shows, thank you very much. The shows were great. The city was great. You know, the day I left, somebody threw a fucking firebomb into a building and killed 2 teenagers. They don't fuck around in Baltimore, dog.
Oh,
the first, I got there on a, like, one thing I'll never do again is take a fucking red eye, Willie. That is it. That is it. That was the last time.
They're painful, man. I missed my last red eye. And you miss your red eye, you just go home.
Yeah.
There's no next flight, bro.
You know, there's what people don't understand. And again, I hate to be this fucking guy. 30 years ago, when you got on an 11 o'clock flight, if there was 80 people on the flight, 40 of them were drinking. It was more, the lights were on in the back. If you wanted a drink, you walked to the back. You could hang out. You could switch your seats. Today, you can't do that. These planes are fucking packed to the brim.
Yeah.
They turn the lights out. I can't sleep on a plane. You know, I always thought whenever I do edibles and get on a plane, I go fucking crazy at night. In the daytime, it's fine. But at nighttime, Willie, I go crazy. I start sweating, and my legs won't stop. That shit at night that you get, I never get that. People say they have movable legs at night. I never get that till I fly. Well, this time, I didn't eat marijuana, and I fucking got it, dog. So I was telling one of the air attendants on the way back, and she said, the cabin pressure, something is fucking with my system at night. So she goes, don't do it no more. Then I got off the fucking plane. The plane is early. I get to the hotel 5:30. 8:30 in the morning, I can't fucking sleep. I can't fucking sleep.
Yeah, it ruins your
You gotta
hours,
go
man.
outside and smoke 52 joints, and I had to go eat breakfast. By the time I fell asleep was 9, then you're walking around at 12:30.
Right.
And then you go back to sleep till about 4:30, and then you gotta stay up because the fucking show.
Yeah. And when you do your show, you're like a zombie.
You're like a fucking zombie.
Yeah.
And I had great shows. I mean, they're cool and shit in Baltimore. They took the ride. I think one night they stiffened up a little bit, and then we started talking about being blue collar. They were great. The fucking, for St. Patty's Day, I had to do radio. And they said, the girl that picked me up at the airport said, I'm picking you up tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning, and it's like a 30-minute ride. But afterward, it says Jimmy's Seafood. So I thought that I had to go to like to meet the owner at a seafood place, like he wanted to buy me lunch.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm fucking too tired. You know, let me just go to the hotel and watch Gangland, whatever the fuck I watch on Fridays, and then I go out.
Or remote, or when they do
Remotes.
From restaurants.
But dog, that night everybody was like, listen, tomorrow you're doing the remote from Jimmy's.
Okay.
And they're like, wait, make sure you get the crab cakes. Like, they're the best crab cakes in Baltimore. I got there, guys, at 8:45 in the morning, and this place was bumper to bumper with people. And these people were fucking drinking. And I'm not talking about beers with it, like fake LA people, like, like drinking beers. The waitresses had fucking things, those things, filled with these shots of whiskey. And these people were doing these fucking shots like they were water at 8:45, Willie. My soul was hurting. Like, I hadn't done that in 30 years. Had a shot at 8:45. That's when you feel shitty, dog. A shot at 8:45. But you know what?
I'm a drinker, right, bro?
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Oh, my God. This place was packed. And Lee, they brought out 2 crab cakes. I couldn't eat the fucking corned beef and cabbage because I don't eat meat on Fridays. Even though the Archdiocese says you could eat meat for St. Patty's, I said, I don't give a fuck. I'm old school. Lee, if you would have seen this corned beef and cabbage, you would have fucking gave up your religion. When I smelled it, my fucking heart stopped, and I didn't eat it. The guy brought out 2 crab cakes. They were delicious. I went back to the hotel. I smoked some pot.
You're a big corned beef guy? Yeah?
Corned beef and cabbage, how many times a year do you eat it? Twice if you're lucky?
Maybe once.
Yeah, I love that shit. I've always loved it with rye bread and shit. What?
I don't know. I mean, I never had like a real legit. Like, my mom made it a couple times. I never went to like a legit Irish place and got it. Or is it Irish? Is it an Irish dish?
Yeah, it is.
That's what they give you for St. Patty's Day at most of those places.
Yeah.
But this shit was money. Like, I smelt it when I was a kid. I used to like corned beef sandwiches on rye. Tremendous and shit. So, what's going on, Willie Barcena?
Right here, bro. You chilling with you, man. Always, brother.
You read this fucking thing today. This kid got charged with 29 felonies.
What did he do?
He's the one that beat up the porn star, you know.
What they call him, the war
machine.
War machine. Oh yeah, there was I saw they were showing his girlfriend testifying.
Yeah, she testified.
But man, she got beat up, bro. You see those pictures?
Bro, he broke her teeth and shit. I mean, 29 felonies. Jesus Christ. And Lee was saying that he got away with 4 of them. That he originally got charged with 35 of them.
It was something like that. It was like he got they couldn't prove that he wanted to murder her.
Can you imagine being his attorney? I got good news. I got 6 felonies dropped. Okay, what's the bad news? You got 29 to deal with. 29, 35 years old, Willie.
So what is he getting? What life? Oh, he's getting life.
Life, yeah.
Well,
that's without
no. He'll never see.
No
he'll
parole?
Never see a street again.
No.
No.
You know what? I gotta give it to that girl, man, because she was able to turn that around. You know, she's made T-shirts with emojis with a black eye on it. I don't know if you know about this.
No.
Man. Yeah, and she's selling it. It's like she actually created it herself. She's created like a cartoon of herself with a black eye, and wrote some like something underneath like I'll survive or like some empowerment thing. And she's made some really good cash from that, man. That's
Well, I know she's donated a lot. She donated a lot.
Man, I'm saying it's smart, bro.
Yeah. And the medical bills were fucking astronomical with that girl.
Right.
The medical bills were fucking huge, man. I mean,
yeah.
He fucked her up, and this is just there's some fucking crazy people out there. I wish him. I don't know what to wish him. I don't. Well, he's going right to where you don't come back.
Right.
Like he's going to heavy duty. What you see, not even what you see on TV. He's going to jail in Vegas. He's not going where OJ is.
Right.
He's going somewhere that you might get 3 meals a fucking day, and you do fight. They don't give a fuck. You're in there for life, bro. That's the real UFC.
They were saying in the article that I read that his lawyer's argument was basically dumbed down to like roid rage. Essentially, was part of it. You've known people who did steroids. Would they go crazy? Would they get like that violent?
So that was the excuse, was the roids?
That was part of the excuse, yeah.
Oh man.
Brother, some men react different to fucking with their pussy.
Right.
Okay. There's 1,000 lessons out there. So.
Okay, you know my philosophy on that, bro. And here it is. I have buddies that are married, a lot of friends that are married. And this is what I tell them. This is what I tell everybody. Look, man. If your chick's gonna fuck somebody, there ain't nothing in the world you can do about it, man. There's nothing in the world, you know what I mean? If your chick, and chances are your chick is fucking somebody, because we're always busy, man. We're always on the road. I always tell most of the comics that I talk to, I tell them, dude, trust me, your chick's fucking somebody. You know what I mean? I mean, hey, they need a hug, man. When we're on the road, someone needs to give them a hug.
Nah, I'm just talking about like his fucking question, like what makes you don't know. Listen, whenever I go see my mother, and I go to put flowers in my mother, 5 or 6 graves before that. There's a kid named Pedro Diaz I used to play basketball with, and when all those Marelitos came from Cuba and all that shit, he thought he was cute, and he got a job working for a guy as like a bodyguard or some shit, and he started fucking the guy's wife. They shotgunned him in half. Some people go, you did me a favor.
Right. You
know what? You never know what the reaction's going to be. So don't fuck around. Christy Mack is a beautiful fucking girl. She's out. She's, they broke up. She's moving on with her life. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to put the pieces together. She starts seeing this guy who knows what went on. And whether she's a porn girl or not, he came in there. I mean, listen, if he wanted to kill him, he would have fucking killed him. Didn't the guy get away?
Yeah, like the new boyfriend.
The new boyfriend got away. So,
which is weird,
if he wanted to, which is really weird. There's a lot of weirdness here, but what he did, nothing compares to what the fuck he did. He went nuts, bro.
Yeah.
He went fucking nuts.
He went OJ.
Yeah, he went OJ. Didn't he fuck her again and stuff? After he beat her, he did it was fucking horrible. So who knows? People react to things differently, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like when you went down and ripped the ceiling when you were getting the coke from that guy's apartment, is that the same thing? Like,
no. There was no anger involved there.
Oh, okay.
There's no anger. I was going to get what was mine in my fucking demented, addicted head. There's 2 different types of lashes there, Like I'm trying to be a thief.
Yeah.
I mean, dog, when I'm a thief, don't get me wrong. Adrenaline's pumping, your heart's pumping, you go deaf, you can hear your heart beat. All that same shit happens. But to listen to me, break in a house, he had a key, didn't he?
I don't, that was a while ago. I don't remember that part.
He had a key. He went in there, heard him fucking kick down the door, and just started beating on him.
Right. Well, I knew a guy like that right out of high school, man. Dig this, this guy right out of high school, bro, became a copper, LAPD, right? Broke up with his old lady. They had like a little split. right? And it was here in Glendale, man. And she started dating some dude, and he came home. I guess he had a couple kids, and he told her, and this is on the LA Times, man. This is all, you know what I mean? You can look this up. And so he tells the guy, hey, listen, this is my wife. We just broke up for a little while. Just leave, man. I don't want to see you again. I'm gonna let it go this time, but I don't ever want to come back and see you again. So anyway, the guy doesn't take him serious, man, and he comes back like a couple weeks later, and the guy's in his living room sitting there. So you know, this guy who I know real well, I mean, I went to junior high and high school with him. You know, his story goes is he puts the kids in the closet, and then he just starts shooting this guy, man, right there. But like, you know, like you say, bro, you never know. And you know who it is? It's young guys. Young guys react because most of the stories, you know, old guys, bro. You know, when you're young, you think it's like the last piece of pussy you're ever gonna have in your life. Like, oh my god, you know, no, this is like, this pussy's so special. You get older, man, you're like that lion from the Discovery Channel. You know how those lions, when they fight each other, they fight for the pride. And you know, like the old guy loses, he doesn't lose, man. He's like, fuck it, man. I'm tired of this shit. You know, wait till you fucking fucking take care of these 5 bitches. Do you know what I mean? As you get older, you're like, yeah, you don't give a fuck. You like, take them, bro.
Well, it's.
I mean, what do you think? I mean,
OJ was 50. OJ was 50, bro. There's no age limit on this.
You don't think so? You don't think it's
rage is rage,
a testosterone thing?
Rage is rage. How you listen, bro? I did time with a dude that was like Lee. He was mild-mannered. He read books. He was a nerd in 1988.
Right.
He was considered a nerd. The real dudes with the glasses.
Right.
He said he went home one day and he could smell it. He wasn't doing any drugs at the time. He said he used to smoke pot, and cigarettes, and drink. Nothing like that. This guy was 5'8", 160, tiny.
Right.
You know what people consider. What's that? Not millennials. What's the other ones? The ones skinny jeans.
Hipster.
He was a real hipster. Like even in jail,
right.
He wore the boots and shit. You know. Right. And I became friends with him. And he told me a story that he went home one day and that he smelled something that he shouldn't have smelled.
Right.
He goes, it smelled like fucking sex.
Right.
He goes, and I asked her questions, and I would see that she was nervous. And he goes, I didn't threaten her, nothing. He goes, I just played it. Right. I came home early one day, and there she was in bed. I pulled out a gun and shot them both. And here I am, whatever, 18 years later.
Right.
That was it. He was very cool-mannered about it. He just said it. They weren't going to get away with it.
Did he say like he blacked out, or he did it? Did he walked in with the gun?
No, he walked in, heard them. He goes, I didn't even see him. He goes, I went and got the gun. I kicked open the door and just shot them both.
Yeah, man, that's
And he shot him, and that's what he shot. He goes, you know, he knew I was cool and stuff. So he goes, he shot him in the head. In the fucking dick or something, and she just went into fucking shock. And he goes, "You got 3 minutes to live or something, bitch." And she started hyperventilating, and he just blasted the rest of the clip in her. Bro, who the fuck knows?
Shoot me in the head first, and then the dick.
Can you fucking?
I don't want the dick first, and then the head. You know what I mean? No. Shoot me in the head, and then you can shoot the dick.
And I asked him questions like, "Were you a violent person before this?"
Right.
And he was like, "I never even got into a fist fight." He goes, I had guns to go hunting, and I guess whatever he hunted,
right.
You shoot with a gun. If it's a bat, I don't know. I don't know nothing about this shit. He was a Colorado boy, so I don't know. You know, he goes, I had everything in the garage. He goes, I just knew something was up. I asked him, did he premeditate it? He goes, no, I just wanted to confront him.
Right.
So it's fucking a scary thought. It's a fucking scary thought of what you would do. It's a scary thought. But
I think guys start thinking they own the girl they're with, and I think this is where we start having problems, because guys start thinking they actually own that girl. And my thing is, if you put it in your head where you don't own anybody, you know, you just don't own another human being, and if that person, that human being, decides to suck a dick, you know, or get laid, whatever, if you come from the perspective of I don't own this person, you know.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I'm like, fuck it.
In 1993, I left Colorado. I took a break. I wanted to take a break. I wanted to get back on my feet. And I really wanted to do comedy. I went to New York City. Did I go for it in New York City? No. I fucked around like I usually do. I got high. I got on stage a few times in 11 months. But when I went back to Colorado, I moved back there with a Puerto Rican girl. And she was a drug counselor. And then she figured out I was still doing drugs. Right. And I had to move out of her apartment. And I started living at hotels and at my cousins from time to time. And I would sleep in Boulder. And in that process, I don't even know. I got in contact with this girl. Right. That was fucking hot when I was a detailer. I used to detail cars at this place for all these dealerships. And she was the receptionist. Right. But I would always talk to her. What's up, dog? Joey, baby. She was from somewhere in the South. But just tremendous. But the not the general manager, the manager of the detail shop, who was a very nice guy, started dating her. He had a Corvette at that age, you know, he started dating her. Did I give a fuck? No, I never said nothing. I didn't even like her like that. I had a girlfriend. But at this time now in 93, him and her had a kid, and she was off the deep end. But Willie, still looking good. Right. And she got me a job. She goes, you want a job as a car salesman? She goes, I do the books for this place, and I help out over there. So I got a job over there with her, and one day she goes, where are you sleeping tonight? She goes, I can't stay at my mom's no more, so I'm just going to get a hotel. Do you want to split the hotel? And after 2 nights, we got a gram of coke, and sure enough, I slept with her once or twice, and it went on for like a fucking week and a half. And one day I'm in Boulder, and who do I bump into? The husband. Right. And he came up to me, hey, what are you doing? He goes, can I talk to you? I go, yeah, what's up? He goes, listen, man. I talked to her the other day. I know you guys been fucking around. He goes, just do me a favor, if you want. He goes, I really want to get back together with her. She's the mother of my son, and I really want to give it a shot. I don't know how you feel about it. He goes, I don't even know if I should be saying this to you. I shook his hand. I went over there, I got my stuff. I told her what had happened, and I never messed with her again. Was I scared of the guy, Willie? Not really. But Willie, how he came up to me.
It's a little scary.
No.
No, was it?
Not at all.
Because sometimes when someone approaches you that calm, man, you're like...
No. He was a gentleman and a half.
Yeah, okay.
He said that he wanted to, but he also wanted her to be happy.
Right.
And he kind of had tears in his eyes. But he was a man.
Right,
he was a man about it. He was sad.
Right.
You know, he didn't trip. He was secure in who he was.
Right.
I had another dude that was dating a girl for 3 years. Somebody came up to me one day and said, listen, you guys will make a cute couple. She was talking about it one day. And they were broken up like 6 months. And I went to this dude like a man. And I said, can I talk to you, bro? How long I know you?
Right.
And I said, I'm going to ask her out on a date, bro. And I don't want no friction between me and you. And the guy looked at me and he goes, that's up to you, dog. But if you do it, there's going to be a fucking problem. Okay, now I am going to fuck her.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then I did sleep with the fucking girl. And I don't know what happened. Who the fuck gives a shit? But that was my take. I liked how he came up to me like a man.
Right.
He didn't threaten me at all. He just said he had a kid with her.
Well, you felt it, man.
No, I felt it. Sure,
you felt like this guy's coming from the heart.
Well, what happened was at the time, I had just been. Was I? Yeah. Oh yeah. I was separated like 2 years, so I know what it felt like, bro.
Yeah.
I knew what it felt like. We all know what it feels like to be cheated on. It's a horrible fucking feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
That's why once you've been cheated on, you don't do it. You're like, you know what, man? I'm going to check myself in that department and shit, because that shit would break my heart if it happened to me, so.
That's one of the things I didn't like about a small town. Because, like in high school, if you just, like, you're always going to know someone who dated someone else. Is, like, the entertainment industry, like, the comedy, like, the people who you guys used to date, was everyone dating everyone, or could you stay away from that? Like, could you stay away from dating, like, another comedian's ex-girlfriend, or?
I've never been put in that position, Lee.
Really?
I was very fortunate. Listen, man, I looked at comedy a lot different than a lot of other guys. I looked at comedy as a savior in a way. Like, it was... Don't get me wrong, I bumped into different people now that you mention it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know that comedians are dirty dogs, bro. Like, we all, we do some dirty shit or whatever. So, and most of these comedy chicks are the same chicks. They'll date you for 3 years. You guys break up. Then she starts wearing a bikini, going to open mics and shit.
Right.
And eventually she's going to fuck somebody. And you could be tripped about that shit. Or they're just comedians. There's nothing you could do, bro.
Right.
Those girls have been through the system. They know the fucking deal. If you end up marrying them or whatever. And another thing, because I was in that position, these kind of people that this happens to 90% of the time, when you're with a whore.
Yeah.
Whether male or female. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know when you're with a whore. So you have to tolerate. I used to date a fucking whore, bro. I couldn't trust her. The stripper I moved here with was a fucking whore. There was nothing till this day. She's a dirty fucking whore. There's nothing you could do about it. If you break up with her at 3 p.m, she'll have a boyfriend by 11 o'clock just on principle. Just on principle. Because that's how she is. That's just the way it is. So you know where you stand 9 out of 10 times when you're involved in that situation. And when I say the word whore, I mean it as male or female. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when you're with a fucking whore. You catch somebody with a fucking phone number, they give you a story. Now you're on high alert. Right? Now you're on high alert.
Right.
Now you catch another story. Now it's up to you, Willie. Right. Now it's up to you, Lee. Now it's up to me. Now it's up to you as a woman. The second time you find a number and there's 3-hour discrepancy between here and the store, you know what I'm saying? Like, you went to Rouse, it's 10 minutes away. Well, what happened? Well, you're not going to believe it. They were out of carrots, so the guy said he was going to go to the other store and bring them. So I said, what am I going to go home for? I just waited for the carrots. And you make up this fucking tale that, guess what, Willie? We've all listened to and we've all heard, and we want to believe it.
Right.
We want to believe it, and that's what happens to people. That's what happens to people. I'm lying to you. And then they'll tell somebody, like, the girlfriends that the girl will call and say, Joey left, he's with another woman. And then that night they'll call him, where was that pendejo? And he'll say, oh, no, you're not going to believe it. He went to Rouse, he got rear-ended. The engine went on fire, the fire department had to come, his cell phone fell in the water. But when he got home, we put it in rice, and everything's okay now. You believe what the fuck you want to believe when you're in love, Yeah. And then there's 2 types of love. See, the stripper I was never in love with. It was that pussy.
Right.
It was that filthiness.
You're infatuated.
That filthiness that she would do. I was married for fucking 6 years, 7 years. And they don't let you light that pussy on fire and put fucking chocolate in their pussy. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? So, I put bottles in this girl's pussy. Who the hell you does? I was infatuated with the thought of somebody else doing this to her. And then one day I looked and I go, how many dicks could possibly be in her? I want to marry this fucking monster. I want to marry this fucking monster. And do what? And do what? And do what? I got to CDD the kids? What's that shit when you got to send in an anarchy test? What is that shit when to see who the father is and shit? That's what I want to worry about. Is this yellow kid my father? Why does he have blonde hair? I didn't want to worry about that. So you fucking move on with your life. And that's when a lot of people say I started to get stand-up comedy. Because when I moved here the first 2 years, in 97 and 98, 60% of my focus was on that broad. 50% of my focus was dissecting her stories. 50% of the story. The other, but there's another moral to the story here. She was paying the rent.
Yeah, that helps.
And she was stripping. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was all these things that I didn't need to be there. But because I was struggling to be a comic, I was putting up with them because it was the ultimate goal. And in a lot of ways today, I thank her because she got me to L.A. She got me to L.A. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. No matter what happened between us, she got me to L.A. She was put in my life for a purpose. That dirty pussy, God put it in my life for a purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I like the way God got you some dirty pussy.
Who else would play a dirty trick on you like that?
God said, hey, I'm gonna get Joey some dirty pussy, man.
No, that shit's always been a checkpoint for me. Like, listen, my ex-wife in Boulder, she cheated on me. At the time, I didn't know it.
Right.
But now, today, after thinking about it, I didn't see it. I didn't see it at the age of 32 or whatever fucking old I was. I saw it maybe 10 years ago. One day it just went. Because when I went to jail, he went in there for a haircut, and he sent her flowers. And one day we were visiting, and she goes, let me tell you the story. Some guy came in and sent me flowers. But he kept going in there for haircuts after that. Do you understand me? Right. And eventually he caught her when me and her weren't doing too good. And then she came to me and she goes, we're going to separate. I'm going to move in with my parents. And that weekend I couldn't get a hold of her. And she told me she went away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where the fuck did you go? Who'd you go away with? So now today I believed it. Now today, after separating myself from the emotion, I was like, that's where she went.
Right.
And then, you know, we fucking broke up October 15th. She moved in before Christmas. No, she wasn't fucking him. She was just living on the couch. What are you, fucking retarded? So that's the way life is. That's the way life goes, bitches. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. What comes around goes around, motherfuckers.
That's right. That's right. You know, I listen, I got a friend of mine, another dude, who, this guy was a player, bro. I mean, player. Handsome guy, man, a fireman, you know, and this guy had pussy everywhere, bro. This guy had, like, just everywhere he went, you know, good looking guy, you know. Anyways, busts his old lady fucking somebody, right? And this guy goes nuts, man. He busted her, you know, with one dick. He's had like 1,000 pussies and he busts one dick and he goes nuts. And literally had to get therapy and all that, and everybody's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you, man? You know, you're like the Washington Generals, man. You know, you lost one. You know, Harlem Globetrotters, right? 1,000. You know, you got to give the Washington Generals one. You know,
his ego, bro. His ego got in the way.
Yeah.
He couldn't fucking believe somebody would do it to him. But what comes around goes around, bro. Women know when we cheat on them. Women know. They're not stupid. They're not fucking stupid at all. And you got to be, you know, the other day Lee and I were talking about a subject real fucked up. Like, we were talking about a friend of mine that was older, and he was telling me a story once that for 4 years he just paid this chick's rent. And he'd go over there whenever he wanted to and just fuck her once a week. He didn't care if she had a relationship.
right,
And then I started hearing it more and more and more, you know.
right.
Lee, his head blew up because I was 30 when I heard about it. Like, I had never heard about something like that. I knew people giving you money for a piece of pussy. Right. But I'd never heard about guys just paying your bills, making your car payment, paying your rent, and giving you $1,000 a month. But listen, here's the deal. When I call you, 10 minutes later, I'm showing up, and you're swallowing dick, you're taking in the ass, I'm lighting you on fire.
Right.
There's no questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking you without a condom. I don't give a fuck if you got a boyfriend or not. I'm sticking my big yonka in your little monkey. You know, I was blown away, Willie. I was blown away.
Yeah, they got websites. They got websites where just dudes will take care of you. You know, sugardaddy.com.
Go, Willie. Let's see it. Let's print it up here. I want to see Sugar Daddy.
I know they have Cougar. Let's see if they have.
That was something. The first time I heard that, Willie, like the first time I heard that, I was 30. I had already thought I had heard everything. First time I heard that, I could not fucking believe it. And then I started thinking about it over the years, and I go, oh, I get it now. It's as fucking discreet as can be. And the chicks who do it, I guess, do it all the time. They got a couple fucking sugar daddies.
Yeah.
They just keep getting cars and shit. This is crazy. I never...
Especially in L.A., man. A lot of them come here. They're good looking. They're hot.
There used to be a comedian at the store. Lee, that he bought in fake tits. She had a convertible Mercedes, a yellow one. He had her in a penthouse. When I used to go to acting class, there was a black girl that lived right next to Shaq. What the fuck does it say there?
So the number one site is sugardaddymeet.com. I hope you ladies have your pens out. It's the best choice if you're looking for a sugar daddy or sugar baby love and relationship. Jesus Christ.
Told you, bro.
There's also millionairematch.com. Seems like a good one. Jesus.
Seeking arrangement. SugarDaddyForMe.com.
So this shit's legal.
Sugar Daddy. Yeah, and these cats, man, they're like You know, they make money. They don't have time to go romance anybody, and it's like you said. You know, they're there for when you need them, and then get lost. You know.
Jesus.
I wonder what it would cost you to sign up and shit just to fuck with a bunch of chicks. Tell them I got like $10 million.
They probably have like a vetting process. You could probably get on.
A sugar? No, what's a sugar baby?
That's the girl.
I am what? Let's see.
You're a sugar daddy seeking a sugar baby.
No, don't be putting my birthday in there.
I'm not gonna do that.
But now you gotta give them an email.
Oh yeah.
You're fucked. Yeah, don't worry about it. No, I just want to see what they would. How much you gotta pay these fucking animals?
Oh
my god.
828,000.
Wealthy sugar daddies. 106 beautiful sugar babies. Yeah, 600,000. You bet your ass. There's a lot more giving than getting. Wealthy sugar daddies and young, beautiful sugar. What the fuck?
Perhaps no, and they're only perhaps taking care of you financially. That's how they get away with it.
Perhaps.
Oh my god.
Certified daddies, first date gift.
They got engaged?
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Man, just get a hooker, bro.
You can meet sugar daddies in Van Nuys right now.
Let's go over there, Lee. See who shows up. Little chubby dude with a wig and shit. Owns a club in Kansas City.
Yeah, depends on what
I
he's
can't believe,
offering.
bro, you didn't know the dude in Kansas City had a wig.
No, bro. We were talking about that before we got the guy who owns the comedy club. That's not. I still can't believe it's a wig.
It's
man.
a skunk, bro.
Yeah.
It never died. And when he does coke, you can hear it crinkling up. The glue fucking fucks up from the sweat. There's two dudes I knew like that. The dude from ICM.
Yeah. Which
He was married to the comedian chick. She disappeared. Remember, anybody from ICM, she always opened up for. He's got a wig, and so does fucking.
what's his name?
What's his name?
Oh man, I forget the dude's name.
You should start a new blog, Joey.
What?
The Wigs of Hollywood.
No, I don't give a fuck. Pretty soon I'm gonna have a wig, a little toop.
No, you're not.
Sure, I'm thinking of shaving it off and just getting the toop to fuck with people's head, dog.
Hey, somebody just told me that guy, the GM from the Dodgers, has a wig.
I don't know.
Coletta. You guys know that? Somebody goes, I couldn't tell, and I ask him, I go, how do you know? He goes, dude, I'm bald. I know wigs. he goes, I know that's a wig. Bald guys know. That's cheating.
My God, I didn't know there was a fucking website for that. But it makes sense. People just now. What's the other one that they gave away the phone numbers?
Ashley Madison.
Now, what's that?
That's for just anyone who wants to cheat. I'm sure they have that under it, but that's for like anyone who wants to have like an affair. That's their big thing.
And you meet them online.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense at all to me.
No, it doesn't make sense to me either. That's why I didn't know. I didn't fucking.
Well, like that. I mean, I've never cheated, but just whenever I see like these athletes coming out, and they have like these huge long text things with girls, I'm like, how you can't at all talk your way out of that. Like at all, you can't. So like, I don't like no. When there's a thing now, talking in DMs. I don't DM with any girls. Like I don't say hi
What's
to
DM?
Direct messaging
On Twitter?
on anything, Twitter, Facebook.
So they follow you on there?
Like anyone, yeah, any girls, anyone who follows you can DM you. But it just like,
So you don't answer them because you know that leads to something.
wow, there's like 97% male listening to this, but well, not that high. But no, I mean I answer some of them, but I don't flirt at all. Like it's just I don't want any sort of weirdness. I don't want any.
Why don't you just go shoot yourself? You're 28 fucking years old, and you don't want no type of weirdness. You want to sit in the house every night and watch Parks and Rec, and fucking that's what you want to do. Die in there 5 nights a week. Thank God I get you out of here. Fucking, You know, thank God I get you out of the house 2 nights and you go down there one night to play cards. If not, you'd melt into that fucking couch.
Well, no, I mean, if I was single, it'd be different. But like, I don't.
What are you scared of? Living a little bit.
I don't want. Well, no.
You gotta live a little bit. What the fuck? She wants to meet you. Say hello, Lee. Maybe she'll send you a picture of that little monkey.
First of all, it's not like I'm getting hit up. Like, let me suck your dick. Like that's
no.
Not.
But if a girl hits you up, you gotta hit him back and say.
No, I always say hi. And
you're single. You're single.
Lee? No, he got himself into a fucking predicament. He moves her in. 28. Now he's over there every night, sitting on the couch, sniffing his own feet and shit. Eating Blue Apron at night, fucking, you know. You don't even see him no more.
This is your first serious girlfriend, Lee?
Yeah, pretty serious. Well, like the first pretty serious one, yeah. The first one I've lived with.
You gotta live a little bit. And let them send you a picture of that pussy, and you can whack off when your wife's in the shower and do different things. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be a monk already at 28, can you imagine you're 40? You're gonna be dead.
I'm not gonna be a monk, but I don't want my biggest fear is to like have to worry about where I left my cell phone. Like that's bull. Like that.
What's wrong with that?
Because I don't want to have to think about that. Oh, like sometimes, what if she's looking at the directions and then I get a text with a pussy picture? I don't want that.
Why is she looking at the directions? Don't she have her own fucking phone?
Who cares? It's a phone.
Man, you know what? I'm telling you, bro. Cheating today. You got to be slick, man. Like in our days, you got a number, you got a napkin, you tore it up, threw it away. Now there's too much, you know, you know what I mean?
It's a
too
trail.
much paper trail.
It's a trail.
Too much paper trail,
There's
bro.
a trail for no reason, bro.
Yeah,
these people
but we didn't have that. We didn't have that back in the day.
No reason. No reason. There's 2 girls came up to me in Baltimore, and they have a podcast, Dick Pics or something, because they both got sick and tired of all the pictures of dicks they got. Let me tell you something. I can live to be 1,000. I won't send you a picture of my dick.
Right.
I'll show you my nutsack all day long. I'll put it on album covers. I'll do the whole fucking thing. But there's no way I would send you a picture of my cock. Not at this age. It's just embarrassing. It's just fucking embarrassing to me.
Was that a thing before digital cameras? Like when you were young, did you have like a picture of your
dick?
No,
you had Polaroids.
With a Polaroid.
With a Polaroid. You took a picture of your dick and put a thumbtack on her door and shit and fucking rang the bell and ran like a motherfucker. You know? Though, you know how hard it was? Like, I had friends that used to have Polaroids all the time. I thought they were fucking disgusting. First off, the photography, it wasn't HD in those days. Like, this red brick would have shined on the pussy. Oh, my God. I had a friend that every time I went to his house, he showed me fucking pictures of the chicks he was fucking with Polaroids. Puerto Rican Nelson, too. He always had all the pictures of chicks he was fucking with Polaroids. I always thought that was the most disgusting fucking thing ever. Yeah. And you go to the house and they'd have stack of pictures, Lee, in those days of all the women they'd fuck with Polaroids. Like, who would let you take a fucking picture of them? I'll let you take a picture of my dick, but I'm leaving with that picture. And I'm taking the fucking film in the camera.
And what if you're not at your house? Like that, you know, are they walking around with the Polaroid camera? Would people walk around with that?
No, everybody had them in their house in those days. That was for the quick pick. That was for the quick pick of the snatch or the patois, whatever, if you were a pig. But I'm telling you, it was, people would always show up with fucking, that's the way people would have pictures on their phones. They'd have Polaroids in their jacket pocket. Come here, let me show you what happened Thursday night.
How long would you carry the same pictures around for?
Years. These guys were fucking perverts, dog.
You know, I have a buddy that, this guy, he's been caught a few times. And check this. So he didn't want. His wife told him, "Look, I'm not playing any games with you." This chick would sniff his underwears. His wife would sniff them to see if he's been fucking around, right? And he was fucking around this one night. You know what this dude did, bro? So his chick wouldn't sniff his underwear. He crapped his pants, man. He shitted on himself. So he ran home, and then he told his wife, like, can you believe I crapped myself? And she was laughing at him. And he goes, bro, she laughed her ass off, but she never smelled my underwear that night. I gotta tell you, bro, that was one of the coolest moves I've ever heard in my life.
At what point do you look at your relationship? You know what, man? This chick is sniffing my underwear when I come home.
Right.
This is to the point in my life where I'm living, where at night when I'm on the fucking sleeping, when I'm on the bed sleeping, she tiptoes up and sniffs my fucking underwear. That's a bad fucking relationship right there.
Yeah.
That's bad, man. Fucking hilarious.
But you gotta admit, man.
Yeah. No.
You know, that was creative.
Oh my god.
Do you think there's still, just going back to the Polaroids, do you think there's a one guy from that era who still has some Polaroids?
Thousands. There's an old guy somewhere with fucking boxes of naked women, bro. Boxes of naked women.
Oh my god.
That they don't even know they have.
With
They're
hairy ass pussies,
Yeah.
bro.
My roommate in Boulder was
Yeah.
a Polaroid guy. He had stacks of them, going back to the fucking 70s, to the mid 70s.
Oh my god.
Like fucking college and shit.
Lee, you've seen the Playboys from the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen? They're hairier than your face, bro. That back then there was no trimming pussy. We've never even heard of trimming. Remember? I mean, I never heard of that. And then in the 70s, and not even the 80s.
Well, I didn't see a pussy till the 80s. At that point, they were still hairy and tropical, and nobody Brazilian wax.
Nobody was doing nothing.
In the summertime, they would shave. Like, I knew a couple girls that were young, and then I would go swimming with them, and they didn't even know they had to shave, like,
the sides of the
sides of the legs.
Yeah.
Like, they would still have, I would go crazy.
And there was no thongs, bro.
Yeah.
There was no
I would
thongs,
look at that
no
bush.
G-strings.
When I was a kid, if you had bush sticking out of your bikini, my head would blow up, bro. I would just come in my bathing suit.
It was sexy.
It was sexy, dog. And you'd see it, Lee, all the time. You go to the beach, and you just stay in the shallow water and wait for the fucking waves to hit girls, and they'd stand up, and their fucking thing, it looked like a little afro would come out of the sides. They had tons of hair.
Where did it switch up to trimming it, to shaving it, to
I believe
waxing
in
it?
trimming it. You know, whatever. I
Yeah.
trim my nuts now. I got sick and tired of scratching. The hair gets dry, and they get itchy, and so I had to start fucking trimming.
Do you have like a design that you like?
No, yeah, I put like a diamond. Yeah, no. Nothing. I hold on to my dick, and I tell my wife to shave around it with the electric shaver, and she trims it all down nice, and I put powder on it.
You
And
should put like
everybody
a
stays.
Jewish star or something.
No, I ain't got time for that. Well, you know, why would I do something like that? I'm 54 years
Have
old.
some fun with your life.
No,
what else to get some giggles?
Because I've already had plenty of giggles, Lee. It's not me I'm worried about. It's you, cocksucker. You're 28. At 28, I wasn't even sleeping at night. I was like an upside-down fucking vampire. You're 28, I call you at 7 o'clock, and hey, we're cooking. We're having a good time. What fucking good time? You're 28 in the house. Go on a chit line and see what 28-year-olds are doing right now. They're not at home watching fucking season 8 of Parks and Rec for the 80th time. You know. Yeah, I'm having a good time, aren't you? Yeah. Let's talk. Okay. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. There's a lot of 28-year-olds on chat lines anymore. I feel like
You feel like
fucked
what?
up. I don't know. I feel like a 2000.
What 2000? Because I tell you, you're an amateur. You
No,
try
I'm
to
not an
lie
amateur. I'm
and
doing-
say
Oh my god!
that you ate 2000 on
Please
camera.
look at my Periscope.
I looked. There's not 2000. I saw you double up. You ate 1,000.
How dare you?
I saw you double up.
I did
dog.
not double up.
Yes, you did. This is why you get so fucked up tonight.
I'm not fucked up.
I called you Saturday when you ate 2,000. You weren't fucked up. And look at you now.
2000. Fuck, bro.
2,000. He's in training. He's
Listen, you know, I just recently started smoking weed, like within the last month and a
What
half.
made you smoke weed?
Okay, I'm traveling on the road with these young comedians, and believe it or not, man, they're worried about my health because you know I love to drink tequila, bro. I don't fuck around. There's a guy that'll take a shot, 2 shots. I can take 8, 9 shots, bro, and I'm smooth. But they're like, man, Willie, you know, if you want to live longer, and I know it, man. You know, I know that weed's more conducive to your body and all that. But the thing is that that's not something that I was. You know what? I blame my uncles, man. I was raised with these uncles when I was a kid, and they would play cards, you know, and they would and I was like 8, 9 years old, and I would go get beer, and they play poker, you know, and they would always tell me like, you know, nunca fumes marijuana, no seas marihuano, and then they drink a beer, you know, or give me a sip of beer. So I always thought that marijuana was for like it was like crack. See, they had programmed me to think that marijuana was crack, man. And obviously we get older, we realize, you know, a lot of my uncles are dead. I mean, more than half of them are dead because of alcohol. So anyway, so these kids, right, these young comedians I go on the road with, man, they're like, hey Willie, you gotta, and they all take, I don't know how they do it, but they get weed everywhere we go, every city, illegal cities you're not supposed to have weed. You go to jail for 20 years, they'll get it.
They get it. We get it. We're professionals.
They gave me, bro, I was telling you, man, they gave me my first edible. You said 2,000 milligrams?
Right. Yeah. No one takes that amount.
I took 150, and I
That's
couldn't.
a lot for your first time.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I couldn't move my arms. And the weird thing is, I don't know why this happened. I don't know what part of the subconscious this comes from. It doesn't happen. It's never happened when I've been drunk, but I couldn't move, and I started thinking that the kid was gonna rape me. I don't know why. I don't know where that comes from. You know, I mean, I'm sure that.
Did you pass out? How long did?
I didn't. Okay, I did pass out after a while, man. After like an hour into it, because they gave me an edible, and then they also gave me, which I'm learning. I mean, I know you guys are pros, but I'm learning. I feel like a fucking baby here. The hybrid weed, yeah. And then so I had them explain to me what it was, and then it's basically like two different. You get this type of weed, that type of weed. They fuck each other, and then they have like different type of like weed babies, right?
Right.
So they were giving me that, and anyways, bro, I got and then I can't sleep. I have trouble sleeping, and that's another reason they recommended this.
No, this is the best if you can't sleep.
Yeah,
there's nothing better than this.
Yeah, so they
because melatonin after 3 days, it wears out. But with reefer, you could smoke one night, take a piece of something one night. Smoke one night, take a piece of something one night. The other night, smoke something different.
Yeah.
So your body never can become. You have to trick your body, just like working out. Trick your body. Trick your body. It's the truth.
Right.
You know, the reason why Lee eats 2,000 milligrams of stars is because we've been eating them for a year and a half. I could eat 2,000 milligrams, and 3 hours later, nothing happens to me. This is why I gave him a Falent, because I wanted my body to take a break from him. If we start tomorrow, I could go to a store. And by now, there's got to be a new edible that's 500 milligrams. Me and Lee will bring that here, eat it, and we'll get us more fucked up than the 2,000 milligrams we ate tonight because our body's not used to that one.
Right.
We'll get fucking anxiety. We won't be able to breathe.
Your body builds up a tolerance?
A tolerance, yeah. Okay. You build up a fucking tolerance, man.
Right.
You know, and people always say, how do you smoke the way you do? Because in 1983, I was smoking out of a 3-foot bong in Colorado, in the altitude.
Oh,
so that made my lungs stretch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My lungs are damaged now. I'm not proud of this. You know, I'm not proud of this.
But they're not damaged like if you would have smoked a cigarette.
But I smoked for 10 years, so I have the beginnings of that shit where your lungs reach for air.
Right.
That disease where if I would have kept smoking the way I would and the reefer, I would have killed them. It's really hard to repair the lungs.
Yeah.
You could stop smoking.
It's like the liver.
But it takes time. You take a certain vitamin, supposedly I read. I don't even know if the vitamin is true. A good friend of ours just died from alcohol. Just 2 weeks ago. 44 years old, bro.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I always say, Joey, like the only thing my father ever left me was a good liver, man. I believe that's the only reason.
How old were you when you started drinking?
Oh, man, I don't know, 18, 19.
Do you give it breaks?
No.
You go every night or just one on the road?
Just on the road. On the road, yeah, man. And but you know, my dad used to drink cologne, bro. Like when my mom would hide the alcohol, he would drink the cologne. And then when he couldn't find the cologne, he would drink the rubbing alcohol. You know? So I feel that's the gift he gave me. He gave me a good fucking liver, bro. It's like you know what I mean? It's like he had you know what I mean? He gave me something, bro.
I don't understand your uncles that died. What diseases did they die from?
Most of them alcoholism. And you know, and they go little by little. They don't just go. You know, it's the diabetes, and then they lose a foot, and then a leg, and then their eyesight.
And even when they get the diabetes, they keep drinking.
Yeah, I remember I had an uncle, man, that they and he was one of my favorite uncles, man. And I this is a good dude. But I remember. By the way, this guy was a player, bro. My uncle was. I remember in the 70s, man. I'm gonna tell you something. In the 70s, he used to take me with him, and I used to wait in the car. I was supposed to be out doing things with him, but he would take me and I would sit in the car. I remember the hot summer fucking days, man, while he'd go and bang some broad, right? And then he'd get back in the car and then go, hey, just tell him we saw Chinese Connection, that kind of shit. But he would never take me to the movies or wherever I was supposed to go. But this guy was a player. He wore that big tall that leather jacket. Remember they would wear them even in the summer.
The long ones.
Yeah, even in the summer. And he had the long Freddie Fender hair. Back in the 70s. Those are my uncles, man. Those type of cats. So check this out, man. And my aunt would be mad as fuck. I remember she would get mad at him because he wouldn't come home. And bro, as my uncle got old, he lost a leg, and then but he wouldn't stop drinking, and then he would watch television, but he had to be 2 inches away from it. I remember one time I came home, I went to go visit him, and he was screaming, man. He was going, hey, I could hear somebody screaming from the backyard, hey, right? And I go, what the hell? So I go to the backyard, and it's my uncle in his wheelchair. He's up against the ivy. And I go, what's going on? He goes, that's your aunt. She fucking put me here, right? I'm like, what the fuck? So I get him out, put him in the house, and I tell my aunt, hey, my uncle was in the bushes. She goes, yeah, fuck him, because like now she got even, 20, 35 years later, she's now like, fuck you.
I'm the boss.
Yeah, man. So I got a feeling that's gonna be me, bro.
Yeah, I can't. I've always been like, I had a friend growing up that when he was like 20, they told him to stop drinking. Guess what? He's still drinking. He's still alive, bro. So, where's Tony Bennett, cocksucker? Oh, shit.
I want to be around to pick up the pieces.
Tanya Lee, get it together. You better read that fucking book again, The War of Art. You're slipping and shit.
I'll read it again.
2,000 milligrams unsaid. Trying to pull
That's
my
it. You think he did it? You think it was?
on tape the other day. It was a lie.
Yeah.
He did something.
I did not do
He edits
something.
the tape. He does like what they did in,
It's
Ocean's
fine.
11. Remember that movie Ocean's 11?
Yeah.
With Andy Garcia, how they turned down the film and then they robbed the joint.
Yeah.
He does the same thing. Because when I call him that night after the 2,000 milligrams, he wasn't high at all. Tonight he eats 2,000. He's half momoed up. The whole fucking deal. Look at him. He thinks he's slick.
He does that trick that drinkers do. That
Yeah.
guys that can't. What they do is they drop the shot.
Yeah, he thinks he's
they
cute.
drop
So he puts it in his mouth and drops it out of his hand, and he only puts it 10 times and then needs 5 stars. I watched him. You did one of these the other day, Lee. You took the star.
No, I did
And
not.
then you dropped it into your hand, and you made believe you swallowed. So what are you gonna do now? You got the weekend this weekend that.
I'm at the
Ice
at the ice
Okay.
house, brother. Yeah,
But
man.
Saturday night you're taping a special, and you were saying that you're gonna produce it 100% yourself.
Yeah.
That's it. You're not fucking around. Who's shooting it?
Yeah, a young filmmaker named Michael Martinez. His kid graduated from UCLA film school, and sharp, man. This guy just knows his deal, man. And I'm just doing it all, man.
How many cameras?
Everything, 6 cameras.
6 cameras.
Yeah, man. And we got the 4K, really sharp cameras. And I want to own my own project, Joey. This is my 4th special, and man, I see nickels and dimes from my other specials, and I want to be able to say I own a property, like I own this, and I want to make a deal. And I know that people have said, yeah, there's some cats that have done their own project, but nobody's bought them. I've heard that, but I know how much work I put into
You could sell
my stand-up,
You're
bro.
completely different.
And every time I get deeper and deeper, as I get older and wiser, I'm able to talk more in depth about shit that bothered me in my life. So I guess for me, I know the comedy's a little richer. If you look at a joke I did, if you look at my jokes from like early Tonight shows, they're more jokey jokes, and you can almost see my jokes growing as like babies. They went from like barely crawling to walking, You know what I mean? Yeah, that kind of thing. So now I'm excited about this special, man. I get a little deeper about a lot of things, you know, race. I get a little deeper about what how I feel about religion, you know, a little deeper about, you know, being with my wife 24 years and being more honest about the shit that we go through. So yeah, man, it's like I said, I'm excited. And the last time I did a show at the Ice House, I wasn't filming, but I was here with you, bro. And man, a lot of your fans came out and they showed love, and they said, because you know, man, you know, it says something when you say something, bro. Is that kind of, you're like,
no, I don't fuck around.
You're like that commercial E.F. Hutton, bro.
E.F. Hutton, that's totally. Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna put a comic in on the show. I get hit up by a lot of people, man, and I've made mistakes with comics and put them on here. Maybe not, but I want people to open their eyes to the guys I put on here. I think and I don't know why the reason. I know your reason. I know your reason because you've been here with me since day one. And you keep going. And you keep going. Nothing bothers you. Boom. You've had the best managers and you had the worst managers.
Right.
You've had the best agents and you've had the worst agents. Just like me. You know?
Right.
This is a fucking journey. And by now, most of the people got off the journey. Like, I wake up every morning and I'm like, how fortunate am I that there was people who came to this town, got $500,000 deals.
Right.
We're going to be stars. They would walk into the store with this attitude, with this cavalier fucking attitude. Yeah. The deal didn't work out, and they fizzled away because they were never really stand-ups to start off with.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them did stand up just for the deal.
Just for the deal.
Yeah. They didn't do it for the love.
And you know what? It really, like, you see through it. It hurts your feelings when a guy disappears and what happened, you know.
Right.
So to see real comics that go through the bad times, the good times, the medium times, and I went through all of them.
Right.
I've been through all of them.
Right.
The bad, you know, the other morning I woke up and somebody had asked me if I did black rooms. Now, I'm not racist and nothing like that.
Right.
But I can't work for a black promoter because you know what happens.
Sometimes you don't get paid.
Do you remember the time a guy ran out on the fucking DJ and they were waking us up in the middle of the night? Oh no, he ran on the radio station. The radio station woke me up at 4 in the morning. Have you seen him? I forget what the guy's name was. He says he was the tour manager of Earth, Wind and Fire. And he would book me and a bunch of other morons and bring a castle made of rubber and call us the Latin Kings or the Latin something else of comedy. And there was always a discrepancy. Every fucking night after the show.
Or they say this is the famous line, because I heard this probably 50 times. Look, man, work with me, brother.
Yeah, work with me. Let me holler at you real quick. Dog, the ticket sales weren't good. That motherfucker was packed in there. Yeah, but I had to give away 400 tickets at the radio promotion. And you're sitting there going, Jesus fucking Christ. And you know, this isn't a racist statement. This is not I don't want people to take this as a racist statement. There's a lot of, I used to work in Beaumont, Texas.
Yeah, white guys, Latinos, they've all fucked me, bro.
Oh, yeah. No, I've been fucked from every nationality.
Yeah.
But the funniest ones have been black people. Except there was a black young couple. They were engineers. And I don't know if you remember, they owned the first comedy club in Beaumont. This is 20 years ago. The first time I worked it, I featured for Ralphie. Somebody had fell out during the week, and I had a feature for Ralphie. And they were a great black couple. They were great people. They put you at a great hotel. They brought food in on Saturday night. But I started at a black club in Denver.
Yeah. Well, I started a black club here.
Yeah. Which one?
I started the Comedy Act Theater.
What's the guy's name?
Michael Williams.
No.
Michael and Sharon Williams. They were brother and sister.
But what was the name of the guy that used to do the comedy show there from Do the Right Thing? Sweet Dick Willie. Bebe's kids.
Robin Williams.
No. Something
Robin
else.
Harris. Robin Williams. Robin Harris, man. Because when I got there, when Robin Harris died, he had died a couple of months, and then D.L. Hughley took it over. You know. Wow. And then, man, bro, back in those days, I used to give Chris Tucker a ride to the Comedy Act Theater. He lived in an apartment up here, near a couple of miles up north from where we're at right now.
Really?
Chris Tucker, yeah. Check this out, bro. You know, when I used to pick him up, he had when in his apartment, all he had was a a bed, but a bed on the floor. All right, and he had a milk crate, and on top of the milk crate he had a fucked up TV, but on top of the TV he had a picture of himself, just a picture of himself with his two fingers pointing out. And I remember asking Chris, I go, Chris, why do you have a picture of yourself? Like, I didn't get it. And he says, you know why? Because I'm beautiful, man. I'm great. He would tell me how great he was. And at this time, you got to understand, he only had 5 minutes of material, bro. But as I got older and you read and I understood now, wow, man. See, the reason you can't have other people like love you, like actually believe in who you are until you love who you are, and that's what. And I didn't know that. I don't even think Chris knew what he was doing, but he was just, it was just natural for him to just say, man, I'm beautiful, man. You know how you talk back in the day.
Now this was pre-Friday.
Oh, it's pre-Friday. Oh yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, bro. I used to take him to McDonald's. He would call me up. He didn't have a car. Most of the time he didn't have money, and I would take him to McDonald's and buy him a burger, man. This is back in the day. Back in those days, who else? Guy Torrey, Joe Torre, Pierre came on that movie with Halle Berry. Man, who's all those cats, man?
What's up, Lee?
I'm doing okay.
See? Trying to tell me 2000 on Saturday.
What I did?
You didn't look like that on Saturday. Why is that?
You didn't see me on Saturday.
I put
your words together, bro.
I called you on Saturday. I could tell you weren't this fucking high, trying to con me and the American public, and tell them that you're doing 2000 when you're doing 1,000. See what I'm saying? You gotta.
I would never do that to any public.
Those seem like great fucking days. I remember one night at that club by the car dealership, you were telling me about picking him up in the valley, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. And how somebody was telling me how he got Friday, right? They saw him at the store or something like that.
Yeah. What the big thing was from he did Def Jam. Def Jam really blew him up. He did 5 minutes on Def Jam, and that was it, man. Just shot. I remember his joke from back in those days. One of Chris Tucker's early jokes is like, "Hey man, if anybody ever robbed me, he'd just be practicing." That was his big joke back in the day, man. But yeah, man, he was a good dude, and when I see him, man, what I like about Chris, he's still a cool, solid dude. He's always had his feet on the ground. Cause we know, bro. Joey. We've been around with guys. Like you said right now, they're guys that fizzled, right? But we also know cats that fucking went to the moon. That aren't the same fucking guys.
No.
And you're like, hey, motherfucker, I remember you.
No.
I remember fucking.
Nothing bothers you more than that.
Yeah.
When you see somebody like there's people who are your acquaintances that blow up. That's one thing.
Yeah.
That's one thing. When they're your acquaintance, hey man, how you? Then you see them and you're actually happy for them. They never did nothing to you. But then there's people that you kind of knew, that you partook with, at one time. Maybe one day you went to his house for Christmas, or your house, and there's one day you see them and they just say no.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like I'm a different person now. I really don't want it. And you're like, okay.
Right.
That's a really fucked up feeling, man. And I've heard it's happened to a lot of people, like even in the acting community.
Right.
Like even in the acting community, they all went to acting class together, and one day
people actually have that conversation. They actually say, "I don't want to be your friend anymore."
No, but like I heard I knew a guy, and I had done a couple of projects with him. He's an Italian guy,
nice.
And he had some great credits. This guy. But when I met him, I could tell there was something not right. He was a little too goofy. And then he signed me up for something one day, and it wasn't what he said happened. I was embarrassed and shit. And I could tell by his choices that it was just fucked up. But one day he was telling me, he showed me something. I had to go rehearse with him or something. And I had to pick him up. And he goes, come in for a second. And when I was walking out, there was a picture of him. Like, bro, Nick Nolte. Mm-hmm. Some other dude, James Gandolfini.
Right.
Like there was just like 8 actors and a bunch of girls at like a lakeside bar. And I go, what's this? Holy shit. that's like fucking Gandolfini and like fucking whatever. And he goes, let me tell you a story. He goes, before Gandolfini got the movie with Denzel on the boat with Gene Hackman, he goes, we were great friends. He goes, in those days, what you would do is you would audition all week, and then on Saturdays you went to Marina Del Rey. That's where this place was. And you'd snort coke all weekend, and you drink and bang chicks and whatever. Right. And he goes, bro, for fucking 2 or 3 years. I mean, he goes, from that movie to this movie. I don't know what movies exactly.
Right.
He goes, Gandolfini hung out down there. He goes, and after Get Shorty, something happened. He moved to the Valley, something really fucking weird. I don't know the whole story. But I've heard a lot of weird stories.
Right.
Like, I know a guy right now that I still see him once a month at the coffee shop. This guy was a big-time agent. Gay as fuck.
Right.
Good guy. Good guy. And he tells me that he's good friends with somebody who had a child with Gandolfini off the record. Like, she never, but this is all, you don't know who the fuck to believe.
Right.
But this dude, I've heard the story about this dude to be true, and he's dead now. But he was showing me these pictures, and he goes, let me tell you the funny thing. This went on for like 2, maybe 3 years. We'd get together and we'd snort. All these guys, Nick Nolte, he goes, they would just come to this bar and then we'd go to a house and we'd party all weekend long. And he goes, I still remember that Gandolfini stopped coming around, but he goes, after The Sopranos' first season, he goes, I'm a big mob type. The guy was a big mafia worker. He goes, I actually called him. I still had his number. And he goes, and he answered. And I go, Jimmy, this is da-da-da-da-da. How you doing? I want to congratulate you on your success. And he goes, yeah. And he goes, listen, the reason why I called is because maybe there's a role for me on The Sopranos. And he goes, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. That stuff we were doing, that was a long time ago.
Oh,
I really, but, he made Gandolfini look like a bad guy, like one of those Hollywood actors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I remember I did a movie with the dude that was Junior's bodyguard, season 1. And he was friends with Gandolfini. And I did a movie with him, and I told him that story. And he goes, bro, I know exactly who that guy is. He goes, that guy was a fucking pain in the ass. He was just one of those guys that was a hanger-on. So see, there's a story to everything.
Right.
People I had spoken to always said Gandolfini helped everybody. He was just a great guy. He fought for people. He gave them money on the set. Times they gave him a raise, he gave everybody a raise. So when he told me the story, I was like, I don't know, guy. This don't sound like this guy. Right. And that this guy from the Sopranos confirmed it. He goes, bro, I know that dude too. Because I partied with that fucking dude too. He goes, he didn't stop bothering Gandolfini.
Right.
He goes, he called him from the minute he heard he shot a pilot from the Mafia. He started calling, blowing up his fucking phone.
Yeah.
And I guess one day Jimmy finally answered the phone and said, don't call no more, bro.
Right. Right. Well, listen, I'll tell you a good story to this, right? I know we're talking about cats with that vibe. You know Emilio, right? Emilio Rivera.
Yeah.
He was on the Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
He's I knew him from back in the day.
So did I. Yeah.
And now he's the lead on the new
Mayans.
Mayans, and he's just down to earth, man. I invited him to the special this weekend, and he's just down to earth, man. He goes, Willie, man, I'm a big fan. I'll support you. I'm there. You know what I mean? You could tell it's just the same. It's the same Emilio from when we used to do that room in East LA. Tortillas and
I've had him on
Coyotes.
The podcast 3 times.
Oh, you've had Emilio?
Oh my God, he's one of my favorites of all time, bro.
He's the real deal.
I see
a lot of people don't know. He's the real.
No, a lot of people don't know.
He's the real deal when it comes to a tough guy, bro.
Man, he's got a fucking great story. He's another guy that's smoking crack, and because he did my podcast with Felicia, and that time he opened up about the crack and the fucking living in the car. But that's interesting. He is one of those guys because I still remember doing sets with him at the Ice House.
Yeah.
And this was way before he was hitting.
Right.
He had way before the movie with Tom Cruise. Yeah. This was way before
he did that movie with Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, Traffic.
This
was before Traffic. Like, I've known him. You always saw him at auditions, and he gave you love and shit. Yeah, listen, this is a weird fucking place. So, Okay, yesterday morning, I have this thing. I get to an airport, and let's say my LA gate is gate 60.
Right.
I'll go to gate 55 and play Guess Who's from LA.
Right.
I could be in any fucking town in this country. Name a fucking town, and I could sit there and pick the people that are going to be on that plane. Now, let me be honest with you guys. I'm 50% wrong most of the time. But the other 50% I'm flat on, because the only people who fly in mini skirts with heels is people from LA. The only women who would wear yoga pants with those high boots and their hair, and women from LA. The only guys who would wear shoes with no socks and you could see their feet are guys from LA. The only people who would get on a plane and fucking wear shorts and flip-flops are people from LA. You know, it's just a filthiness. It's a different animal. They're either very, there's a word that people call it. They're very, they expect everything. They have an air
Entitled?
They have an air of entitlement. Like, I came home to Columbus, or I came home to Baltimore, or I came home to Cincinnati, but I'm a big shot in LA, and now I'm a big shot here in my hometown. But those towns don't give a fuck. Right. Like some of those towns, you have the circle that you grew up with and your little friends at Starbucks, but most of the people, like, I'm out here banging, shoveling snow. I don't give a fuck if you're a writer on a show or anything like that. So I get to the airport, I get out of the car, I tip the driver, I turn around, I'm walking into the airport, and I stop, and I take 2 hits off the vapor pen. I already smoked a joint. I drank a protein shake on the way to the airport. And I hear the gates open up, you know, the doors, like when you step in front of them. Right. And I see this fucking dude walk with his little fucking faggy shoes on and his little shirt on, a little tighter than usual. I'm not saying he's gay. He wasn't gay at all. And he had 2 bags, okay? I just see him, and I say to myself, look at this fucking LA punk. Just in my head. Right. So I walk in the airport, boom, I see Alaska Airlines. I got upgraded to first class. I go right to first class, and I'm the first one online. Now, the other line had like 6 people there that were waiting to get online. Right. I'm getting ready. The guy turns around, he leaves. It's my turn to go up, and all of a sudden, this dude with the 2 bags walks in front of me, Willie.
You're number 1, and you got number 1, right? I mean, your ticket says number 1.
No, I'm the guy checking in. I'm checking into my flight. Right. He walks right in front of me. Now I'm sitting there for fucking for 30 seconds, going, "What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened?" Right. And something inside of me, I already had my license out, and he was looking for his. Yeah. And as he was looking for his over here, I stepped right here, Willie. I put my elbow here, and I gave the ticket to the guy, and he goes, "What's going on?" I go, "I was next." And the guy turns around, he goes, "No, you were behind me." I go, "I was next, dog. Don't even go there. I was next, all right?" But when I went in with my elbow, he says I kind of hit him in the neck. I didn't hit him in the fucking neck. I just said, "You ain't getting in there." He was over here like this, looking over here to his right-hand side. You know, hold on 1 second. You have time. You have nothing better to do than stand there while I look for my fucking license, which should be the fuck out already. You know what I'm saying? You're flying. Right. It should be out already. So I cut right in front of him. I go, "This isn't." The guy goes, "You're after me." I go, Not right now, dog. I've been standing on that fucking line for the last 2 minutes. You're not just going to fucking walk here." And the dude goes, "Well," and all of a sudden TSA was right there. And the dude walks over and he goes, "What happened?" And he goes, "This man," and the guy goes, "I didn't assault him, did I?" "No. He tried to cut me off, and I came in here. I was the next one online." And I go, "Number 1, do you have a first class ticket?" He goes, "No." You see what I'm saying? So he starts to make this big thing, that harassment. I didn't harass nobody. Oh, man. Yeah, he was one of those fucking LA dudes. Harassment, and I should contact my attorney. Contact your fucking attorney, but I'm getting on the fucking plane, bitch. So I get on the fucking plane. I don't see him. I see Dion Cole. I see Rob Schneider. I'm talking to them. They're all on the same flight. I get on my fucking seat. I sit down, and he's like fucking 3 people to the end. And I stick my foot out just in case he's going to get stupid with me, so I can kick him directly in the heel and push myself off of my right and throw him against the wall. And he makes eye contact with me like, "You fuck" type eye contact. I look him straight in the face and I go, "Get to the dungeon, bitch." And he just turned pale, and there we go. "Willie, do you know how much abuse I take at airports?" I was telling Lee, about 3 months ago, I get on a fucking plane. Now, I always get a certain seat. I always get the same seat, bro. If I pay for a plane ticket, I get the same seat.
Okay.
Every time. That's my seat. I don't give a fuck. So one day I go to this seat, and there's this dude, again, Johnny Hollywood, talking to some fucking other guy about, Variety and all this shit.
Right.
And I come over and I go, that's my seat. He goes, no, it's my seat. And for a minute I go, fuck, maybe I made a mistake. I got too high when I got this plane ticket. And I don't have my glasses on. I can't really see. But I knew it was one. I knew I was in one. So I sat down. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden some lady comes up, and she's like, you're in my seat. And I go, what? And she goes, you're in my seat. I go, hold on, let me check 1 second. Well, no, you're right. I am in your seat. I go up to the guy. I go, hey, man, you're in my seat. He goes, go find another seat. I go, do me a favor, dog. Get the fuck up. It was 6 in the morning. I'm in no fucking mood for this shit. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck up. The stewardess comes over. What's going on? This guy, this is my seat, and he tells me to go find another fucking seat. He goes, well, no, I meant to you to take my seat. I don't want your fucking seat. I paid for this seat. Andale. Come on, let's go. And the fucking guy next to him, Johnny Executive, is like, what's going on? Yeah, bro, I paid for this seat. I'm not going to go sit in the fucking corner. If I want to sit in the corner, I would have got that fucking seat, don't you think? Fuck you. This happens to me, bro, constantly on fucking planes, dog. And they're all L.A. people that go somewhere and they feel more entitled or something when they feel specialer, like they're more special now that they went home and they got that vindication, whatever the fuck happens, bro. This always happens to me. Always. I had beefs with Germans on the plane one time in New York. The cops came. I had another beef with a guy on the way to Columbus, Ohio, in front of me, bro. I always get into fucking beefs.
Oh my God! What? There's this Instagram account, the lady who once followed me, and I just went to check it. It's called Passenger Shaming. Can I show you some of these pictures of what people do on planes?
Yeah,
it's hysterical. It's a huge account, and then it's just I can't imagine. I'm glad that you stood up to them because I think a lot of people.
No, you can't do this shit. Not today. Not at 6:30 in the morning, dog. You're not gonna cut in front of me at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, the feet up.
So yeah, look at this garbage.
Yeah, they're filthy fucking people. They got no class. These are filthy fucking people. You're gonna put your filthy fucking feet out on a plane like that. I don't even take my shoes off. I'm so fucking embarrassed. I know my feet smell like shit. Look at this filthy fuck. I would do something to that motherfucker when he's sleeping. What is that?
Nails.
Bring your nails.
Oh no, she's not getting on the fucking plane. That creepy bitch.
Oh, someone has his shirt off.
Yeah, bro. No.
Putting their jacket over your TV screen. I would kill. That's.
No, they have to take it off. I tell the stewardess to take the jacket from him.
Oh.
What the fuck is that?
Dirty Band-Aid. Oi. Just everyone with feet. How about this one? I found this one yesterday.
You want to hit this bong, Willie? This will put you over the top. This is Betty Boop meets fucking Lawrence Taylor.
All right, man.
You don't need this in your life. No, I don't know. Listen, the first thing I do, you know what I got in my bag, dog?
What's that?
When I fly, I got extra strength. Me and my wife take the fucking extra strength. What's that shit, dog? What's that? Lysol, the heavy duty one.
Right, yeah.
And I put it in a baggie, and I have the wipes. And I wipe everything down when I go on a fucking plane. Do you understand me? I wipe everything down, dog. Turn that way, brother. But now you're going to kill my fucking ears.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I wipe everything fucking down, dog. This is why. I don't. The thing where I put my seat, my head, where I rest my head, that's the first thing I wipe. I don't want fucking crabs. What's that?
Someone's warming up their pizza with the overhead light.
Yeah, no. I don't need that in my life. You know, this kid last week was saying he travels with earplugs. Bro, that's the problem with people. They don't fly a lot and they're not prepared. If you're not prepared to fucking fly, it's gonna be a long goddamn week, dog. You gotta fucking be prepared to fly nowadays. And I know a lot of people listening to me going, Joey, You really bring handy wipes on the fucking plane? You bet your goddamn ass I do.
That's how you get sick.
You bet your fucking goddamn ass I do. I don't know whose head was on that thing. They don't clean those planes. They don't do a fucking thing, bro. They straighten out the magazines, and they go like this, and the guy comes in with a little vacuumer, and that's it. Everything else is not sanitized.
That's why they stopped giving pillows. Remember there was
yeah. No, man.
No more pillows.
You got to be fucking crazy if you're going to fly and you don't wipe shit down. I know people listen like, Joey, you got to be fucking kidding me. I'm telling you, dog, I don't like my head resting on that stuff. You know, it's just not good for you. It can't be good for you. 20 heads. You don't know who's been on there. There's Piojos on there. There's fucking definitely lice on there. Now, so from the time you shoot your special till how long is your special to be ready?
It should be ready in about a month.
Okay.
It's going to take about a month to edit.
You got the editors, or you're editing it yourself?
Yeah, no, I got an editor. Look, Joey, man, I'm telling you, bro, I'm probably selling my car to getting the whole funding done, man. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, bro, because it's like, originally it was X amount of money, right?
Right.
And then I went in the red with the money that I had. You know, 'cause I had a little money saved up. And then I just got the guy that's putting it all together. He goes, "Hey, Willie, we got to go a little further." And I was like, "I got you, bro. Don't worry about it. Just get it done. Oh, you need that? Let's do it. You want to get the jib? It's going to cost me this much. All right, let's get the jib, man. Let's do it. I want it done right." But you know what, Joy? It's just I know that I know it's going to be good. I know the material. I know how it's been received around the clubs. You know what I mean? You know when you bro,
no. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I just want you to have a plan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And with all the streaming services now, you're not gonna have a plan selling at all.
Right.
You know, I gotta tell you something. The other night I was up late. Saturday night I couldn't sleep, and I watched one of those Showtime comedy specials.
I know where you're going.
And I gotta tell you something, bro. They're not for me. I don't ever want to go on Showtime. Ever.
Right.
Ever. You could just tell they looked. There's something. I knew in the beginning. He even pulled me aside over at your fucking thing. And he's like, "Bro, why didn't you go with us?" I go, "I don't want Showtime.
Right.
I don't need Showtime in my life. That's garbage. I don't even care if it's Showtime Go. That's garbage."
Right.
Showtime has always been garbage for the last 15 fucking years. I put one thing on there and I was more embarrassed enough. That's it. It was time to move on. I was also on Stars too. That does nothing for you either.
Right.
They asked me if I wanted to pitch Stars. I'm like, not in a million fucking years. No. How many people have Stars? 4? Who's got Stars? 4 fucking people. Remember that kid used to do that show on Stars? They paid. He was Jim Kellum's client. He did something. He's the one that got booed at somebody's.
Oh, I know. The famous boo guy.
What was his name?
I don't know, man.
Put that on, Lee. The guy, what the fuck was his name? He got booed at whose roast? Somebody's roast or something like that.
Yeah.
He was married to I haven't seen him in years. He sold that show with Martin.
Okay.
So Martin got 60% of the money for coming out and going like this. Like what? What's his name used to do at the end of Def Jam?
Yeah, just wave.
Yeah, wave.
Yeah.
So I did his show. Nobody has ever come up to me.
That's why on Stars.
Yeah, not one fucking person.
All right.
Like nobody's got Stars. So that's the other thing. Knowing where you want to take your special.
Right.
Like knowing. Like I knew. I did not want to go to no. Not even in the fucking close. So that was the thing. I'm lucky that, my agent talked to Cecil. I'm fucking lucky.
Right.
Netflix didn't want me, and that was fine. I was just happy to put it out, and I was happy that it all worked out. You always get fucked with those things.
Yeah.
As long as you know that going in. You're always gonna get fucked in those things.
Right.
Nobody makes, unless you're Dane Cook, and they give you $500,000 up front. That's the only time you don't make money on these people. And that's the people at home. I tell you these things so unless you're a big name, you're not making money on your fucking special.
Yeah.
Okay, they tell you some story, you get a little money up front, and they sing you some fucking song. And you know what? You go to yourself, I'm going to do a good job, and I'm going to sell enough tickets, and I'll make up the difference in 5 or 6 years. That's how you have to go into and think. But I've spoken to 20 comics who are bitter about certain companies or whatever.
Right.
And when I went into it, I went with the attorney that they recommended, and then my wife went to her attorney. And it was two completely different fucking things. You could see the people that are in bed with people. Like, let's go to Montreal. You going to be there? Yeah. No, you don't want that guy as your attorney. Right. I don't want that guy as my attorney. I don't want a guy that has 20 comedians. He has relationships, yes, but he's also more passive because he's got relationships with these people. I got a fucking real Jewish lady who was like, why are they getting this? Mark that off. And even the attorney that we paid said, oh, they're never going to okay it. Watch my fucking heat, bitch. Right. They okayed it, you know. And you have to just cover yourself more there. You know, for years, I never used an attorney. Right. I would go to one, and then when you get robbed, you cry. Right. It's like every fucking week now I get hit. The Laugh Factory, those other thieves that are online. We're going to put your video up and give you 50% of the earnings. You go to your video, it's got 1 million downloads, and they haven't sent you a check in 2 fucking years. Now when people hit me up, I just tell them no. And if I see their stuff, we're with a service now, that if you see me put up your shit, we fucking come and take the money now. We copyright it and we take the fucking money. No more. No. Today I had to tell somebody, they hit me up, we have these videos of you we'd like to put on our YouTube channel. Don't put them up because I'm going to have my attorney contact your attorney and we're going to take all the 100%. So before that happens, don't even put it up. You know, people are getting cute now. You know, I don't want... Listen, man, for when you start making money as a comic, trust me, there's 10 years there where you just get fucking robbed. You ever get a check and you look at it and go, God damn, they used to rob me years ago. You ever start getting with a nice agent or something, even featuring, you're like, wow. I'll never forget Frank Kelly, the guy who had sticky fingers. Frank Kelly got fired from John Lovitz. That was a solid motherfucker. Oh, that dude was solid when he was at
sticky fingers.
Yeah, when that dude, unlike Montoya, remember Montoya got accused of sticky fingers. Yeah. Well, Frank Kelly was a sticky fingered dude, but Frank Kelly gave you a taste of the action.
Right.
When he got to John Lovitz, he was stealing, and when I found out he got caught, I was pissed off because when he was robbing at the Improv, he was giving us a piece of the. I featured one weekend. Everybody else paid me $500 a week to feature. He gave me $1,500. I was like, $1,500. But he robbed $1,000 off the top. Like that was, he figured out a way how to rob $2,500, pay me $1,500, and he put $1,000 in his pocket. He had them wired, bro. Right. He had the Improvs wired. He was 5 steps above the Improv. Right. They were seeing the minimum payment, bro. He worked out, bro. One time I did Irvine for like 70% of the door. And I had Rogan as the headline, and I can't tell you the check they gave Rogan. And Rogan didn't want it. He goes, give it to Joe. I go, no, take it for your kids. You're going to need this someday. I go, well, there's no money left for me. Jesus Christ, he gave me a check. I paid everybody twice because I felt so guilty. I paid everybody double what I told them. Right. That's how much Frank Kelly stole. But he stole, and he chopped it up with you. These other motherfuckers rob you, and they don't give you a taste of dick.
He was a thief with honor, man.
Yeah, he was a thief with honor. But when he went coming off John Lovitz, he robbed them blind, and he didn't give me a taste of that. I had to wait for checks 2 weeks, and they bounced and shit. I'm happy, Willie, that you're putting this together on your own. Listen, Willie, always remember, in today's, right now with what's going on, this is the best time to do shit on your own. I shot a special in Vegas that was shit because I had shit people around me. They were all shit. I believed them. They were all shit. Right. They were all shit. And I was cheap. I didn't hire a production manager. You know, when I saw this special, I knew I fucked up because I had a stain on my shirt. You know what I'm saying? I tried to be a Puerto Rican, and I got what I got coming to me. You follow me? That's the problem with those things that I said, oh, for fucking $6,000, I'll shoot it. What a waste. It was like I just should have taken that $6,000 and lit it on fire. Right. There was nothing I could do with that. The sound was horrible. The shirt was horrible. There's nothing you could do. You can't even sell that. Right. Even when they come to you 10 years from now, if I became a big like Richard Pryor and we're like, we want everything. We want Joey's vault. They would say, not that. Send that back. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had a vault of material and they would go, what, you know, he's dead now, sell it to us. Nobody would want that. You can't do nothing with it. If you look at it, there's a big stain on my shirt. Right. And
then the sound.
Game end. Yeah. End over. You know, right. That was it.
You know, the one that I have on Netflix right now, I was half producer of that one. Like all that, I own, I got an investor, and everything that he put in, like we went dollar for dollar. But I'm the one that arranged the whole thing on that one, like the cameras, the sound. I got everybody, and this guy just came in because I needed some money with the, putting it together, and so I learned from that one.
Did he make a profit, your partner?
Yeah, well, a little bit,
He got his money back.
Yeah.
And he made a little taste.
Yeah.
Then
that was it. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. But it's not like these deals that we hear, man, right now. You hear these guys getting these deals, bro, 40 million, 20 million. What the fuck, man?
It's,
Do you guys even get jealous, or is that just such a high number that you don't even think it's like a...
I don't think about it. There's no reason to be jealous. I mean, listen, man. If somebody's willing to pay you, I can't be fucking jealous. If you got them to $40 fucking million, Netflix has how many million subscribers? At $9.95 a month? What are you fucking kidding me? They got deep pockets.
Right.
So I can never be, no. I don't, listen, man, when somebody puts out a special, I learned something in 2000, that to move forward, you cannot have any jealousy, man.
Yeah.
Or no bad feelings. Like, for you to get ahead as a comic, or as whatever you want to call yourself, an artist, once you start dwelling on other people and what they have and what they don't have, your shit goes down the tubes.
Yeah.
Your shit goes down the tubes. You can't compare your progress to anybody else's, man. Once you start comparing your progress to anybody else's, shit happens. You're doing comedy 5 years. You work hard every night. You write well. You're featuring at the Improv. And all of a sudden there's a kid that never even MC'd. Never even MC'd. He just jumped over MC, and he's featuring. He's been doing comedy 2 years. You can't figure it out. He gets a TV show. There you are, struggling. 10 years in, he's on drugs now. He's all fucked up. You're still fighting for your life. And now comes the 12-year mark. You get the Tonight Show. Your career's rocking and rolling. And this guy's in a fucking rehab because he moved too fucking fast.
All right.
I've seen people come to this town, and you see the movement, and you go,
right.
They moved too fast. Kevin Hart hit. He had a TV show. It failed. It's not like he just kept going.
Yeah, no,
the TV show failing gave him momentum, gave him strength. He called his agent and he goes, I want to go on the road every week for $1,500 a week, and I want you to give away every ticket in the house to people. So that's exactly what the Improv did. And he went out there every weekend for 2 fucking years, and he got 1,500 to 1,800 people to see him every fucking week. He did it the old-fashioned way. Kevin Hart deserves every dime he makes. I wish him nothing but... He came back from... How many people come back from a show failing? Not too many.
No.
Not too many. Bill Burr was on a show early on with Stars and ABC, and the show caved. He fucking picked his boots up, went back to Boston, started from fucking scratch, then went to New York, got on Chappelle, and Bill Burr is who he is because he didn't take off like that.
Right.
You get little breaks along the way, but those guys that come to Hollywood and right away, you see them at the Improv and they got 9 Jews with them. Everybody's got a suit, you know what I'm saying? Then you see them at the Comedy Store. Then they go to Montreal and then they have a three picture deal with whatever. You know what, bro? And all of a sudden you're like, whatever happened to all that shit?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to all those deals and all that TV show? I went through 1,000 of those guys. And I think for about 2 years, I was not jealous, but I not infatuated myself, but what's the word? Like, I thought about it. Well, if Willie got 50,000, I should be able to get 35,000. I started comparing myself like that. And then something happened one day. I said, you know what? I just got to be me. You just have to not worry about what people get. When people get something, you say, God bless them, and you move fucking forward. That's all you can do, bro.
Right.
And hopefully it'll spin around, and that's one more number closer for you.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. I like I said, my energy goes on me, goes on my writing. A lot of people, I've had people that ask, like, wow, you've been doing it so long, and don't you get tired of it? I said, no, because I love to sit down and create. My high from, obviously it's also tequila, but my other high is I love like getting an idea, comes from nowhere, and then just trying to create something out of nothing. And when you do it, you go on stage and you try it, and it's kind of funny, and then you listen to the recording and you go, well, maybe I, twist it this way and add this to it, and then, you're molding it and you're sanding it, bro, and then, and then when you got a polished, a piece of wood, and you say, man, I remember when this was just bark, no, and then anyway, that's why I.
Well, you've always been an artist in that sense. You've always been a wordsmith. You always have the tape recorder with you. You always have the notebook with you. I went to see your writing operation. You at the corner at Denny's.
Yeah.
They don't allow nobody past the fucking ropes. It's really fucking interesting. Like, I learned a lot, that little process from you. And I was struggling after the special. I struggled for like 2 months on stage, man.
What, with new stuff?
Yeah, struggled big. And now at least I got a little voice. I got something coming from here, a little something coming from here. I got a little something working over here. So now I got to find the connection. If I shoot another special, it won't be till next February, maybe. I don't even need the aggravation. That's good time for me.
But you got listen, bro. You got something that a lot of people don't have. And I don't care. They say, everybody's the same. You work this way, and everybody's the same. And you have I don't know if you got it's in DNA, man. It must have been your mom or your dad, but somebody was a hell of a fucking storyteller, man. And I don't know if when you were a kid, if it's when your mom was talking, she would tell these stories, and then you picked up on it. But it's a gift that you have. But with you it's already the cake's done. It's just okay, what kind of frosting we're gonna use? You want strawberries on that? But the hard part is the cake, man. Because sometimes I sit down with you just shooting the shit, like before we started the show, and we're just shooting the shit, and I'm, God damn, this guy's fucking, you're just a fucking smooth storyteller, bro.
When people say that, the other day it was the funniest thing. My computer didn't work at this fucking hotel Saturday. I had to restart it. And finally, I restart this fucking thing.
Mirrors was on the fritz.
Huh?
Mirrors was on the fritz.
Mirrors, I don't know what the fuck I have. That computer's gonna go out the fucking window.
By the way, let me just say this, Joey. You've known me for more than 20 years.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't pander. I'm not gonna kiss nobody's ass. If anything, I have a bad reputation for not getting along with people.
Right? No.
So if I'm telling you, man,
you scared the shit out of me when you said that to me. Like, you told me at the dinner one day, you go, you have that in your corner, work that angle, man. And that's why I didn't do the machine gun style stuff I used to do, because I'm learning all this style. Like the one that got me a couple weeks ago. Well, I was telling you the story about Facebook. So I get on Facebook on a Saturday, which I never get on Facebook on a Saturday. But a buddy of mine was going to send me a link to some fucking thing he had. Right. So he kept calling me, did you get the link? I go, bro, my computer's fucked up. And I hit Facebook. My Facebook is so fucked up on my computer that instead of getting my home page, I get the back page with all everybody's things.
Right.
And somebody had posted something. I don't even know what the fuck it was. And they would post like, this guy's a great storyteller. This guy's a great storyteller. This guy's a great story. And there was a bunch of people. And I don't even know what made me look at it. I thought it was more of a high level type thing. And all of a sudden at the bottom, some guy wrote, fuck all you motherfuckers. Mad flavor, because fuck them all up. Something just crazy. And they responded back like, fuck you. This guy's way better. Like, they were Gentiles. Yeah. They didn't know what the fuck. I'm learning about this shit now. It's not like you strive or take a storytelling class 101, bro. Yeah. There's no storytelling class 101. I was just around a lot of characters growing up. And when they told you a story, I remember them taking you there. Like, that's the most important thing, that I would sit there and go, wow, and then go, what the fuck just happened? They're taking you there. They lullaby you. You have to know when to raise your voice, when to lower, when to speed it up. The same thing with stand-up comedy. Yeah. We have tricks.
Well, everybody, listen, man. Everybody knows you're the best storyteller in town, man. Everybody knows that.
Crazy. I feel flattered, but I think Ron White's better.
The fuck out of here.
Ron White, he fucking.
I watched him. Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm not saying I'm not a fan. I don't like his material, bro. But I just feel that you're, listen. Let's just. It is what it is.
Well, thank you, brother. I think you're a great writer, so that's why the special worked out. You know exactly where to put different things. Bro, everybody picks up. You can't be good at everything. And that's one thing that a lot of comedians, they have ego that they won't accept help. I love getting help in all areas. When I get into something, I love getting help. I love going to jiu-jitsu and some guy's fucking me up. In the middle of it, he goes, put your elbow here. And you're like, oh, wow. Like that,
Right.
That won't let me fucking put my leg there, you know? When I don't like comics who come up to me. Like, I don't take tags from comics. And the word got out a long time ago, so comics really don't come up to me tags.
Well, the word's out for people not to come up to you, period, bro.
Really?
Yeah, because listen, man, you're not an asshole, but you're one of those dudes where if you're not going to talk to me and say something, the fuck away from me. If somebody talks to you, they're coming up like, hey, Joey, you know, but they're not going to, you're not going out there and small talk about somebody's fucking den or hey,
people talk to me all the fucking time, Willie. Bro. Sometimes I'm high and I don't even know what to say to them. Sometimes they don't understand that they're throwing me the fuck off.
Right.
When people say shit to me at airports and shit, they have no idea they're throwing me for a fucking loop. I still think about. I feel so guilty. Like I fucking go home and think about it because they don't understand how. Like about 3 months ago, I'm at fucking our taco place, and you know when you leave here, Lee. Sometimes we leave here and we can eat our finger. You know what I'm saying? Like you're looking at your finger on the drive home. I get to the taco place. I order 4 fucking tacos. I sit down. I'm not down 2 minutes. I put salsa on the taco. And I look at it, they go like this, and I get, can we take a picture? I go, fuck no. Like I just told them, fuck no, bro. I just sat the fuck down. Are you fucking retarded? Do you know how fucking hungry I am? Dog, I can't tell you how bad I feel today. If you're listening to the podcast, my apologies. Another time I got super fucking high and went to the park and I was doing kettlebells. This had to be 3 years ago. I'm at North Hollywood Park, stoned to the gills in 90-degree weather, doing kettlebells with no shirt on, fat as I am, getting sun on my titties. I went to the doctor and they gave me a blood test. He goes, bro, your vitamin D levels are horrible. He goes, but don't feel bad. 60% of Californians test low for vitamin D because they don't go out in the sun. They think it's fucking like the devil. So I would go to whatever the fuck, North Hollywood Park. I get stoned. That's when banana bread was around. And I'd eat this banana bread that would fuck me up. And I'd go in that park with a gallon of water. And I would swing kettlebells and do squats. And I would walk across with the things. Why, I don't know. I could have died of a fucking heart attack out there. But I go under a tree. And one day these 2 dudes came up to me like, hey, Joey, what's happening? Bro, I have music on. You know, like when you have your earphones on and you're deep in the song. And these guys came up to me and I took my earphones off and I could feel the moisture and shit. And I just looked at them with a look like, they're like, hey man, how you doing? We train with whatever. We just wanted to come over and say hello. I didn't know what they were talking about, Willie. Like I was that high into my shit that much that until they left, like when I got in the car, I said, what happened 20 minutes ago? What the fuck were they talking about? That shit keeps me up at night. That shit keeps me up at night because I think that right now they're going, that dude was a douchebag because he did that, but they don't understand that they caught me off guard. Like I'm fucking stoned. What are you talking about? You want to take a picture? That last Friday in Baltimore, some guy came up to me and started asking me questions about 20 years ago. Finally, his girlfriend caught on. Like she's like, Doug, why are you asking those type of questions? And I looked at him, I go, I just did 2 fucking hours. You want to fucking play Jeopardy? Get the fuck out of here. He just looked at me, okay. Because you can't be that stupid. You can't be this fucking stupid. Yeah. I do the podcast Monday and Wednesday. Every week, sometimes Sunday. Right. You know how many times I get hit up on Thursday for a shout-out? Like, can I get a shout-out on your next podcast? Let me tell you something. I'm not doing a podcast on fucking Monday. You know what's going to happen to your stupid fucking name? I'm going to forget the fucking thing. You want to shout out, you got to hit me out Monday at a certain time. You got to keep trying. That's the only way I'll fucking remember. I don't remember. These people tell me at the shows, give me a shot. Are you fucking crazy? I forget when I go to the fucking thing. It's the saddest thing, bro. We getting old. I'm getting old. What the fuck you want? In fact, let me do some shout-outs. I know Willie got to go and shit. We're over here talking shit. Willie, I'm proud of you.
No,
it takes balls to shoot your own fucking special in this town. Everybody wants to be on that. Everybody wants to be, you know, Hank Huber, Bobby Friedman, Os Warrior, Ali Boss, who I haven't heard from. If you're listening, hit me up with an email. Jeremy Campbell, Rory Ballantyne, Malcolm Riddle, who came to the show. His little partner, Cassius Morris, up there, slinging dick up in the great fucking state of Canada. And Ricky Mallinson, and happy birthday to my man Danny B. You know I love you, cocksucker. So that's it. You're shooting Saturday night at the Ice House, 7:30, and what time?
Yeah, it's 8 and 10 on Saturday and 8 and 10 on Friday. You know, Saturday's looking pretty good. So, man, for all your people that you know, that want to come down,
please come on down. If you're not doing nothing, you're close to the Ice House, go on down. Support the guy. See what the looks. If you've never seen a special get shot, be a part of something. Support. You never know. Maybe someday you might need the fucking some help yourself. Lee, what's going on with you? How you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling good. I think I might go down on Saturday to support Willie.
You think you're gonna go down there? Good. You're a good man.
Thank you, brother.
Of course.
You gonna take the wife with you?
Of course.
Nice.
Sure. Get out of the house. Get some air.
Well, once every 6 months.
Get
right?
some nice fucking cheeseburgers up there in Pasadena. There's got to be something good. I know last time you ate in Pasadena, it wasn't good.
Oh yeah, those wings were terrible. I'll find something on Yelp, I'm sure.
All right, Willie, always a pleasure, man. To
thank you, bro.
have you on and talk about different shit. Not a special. Last time you were on, it was because you were helping me. Now we're helping each other. Thank fucking God.
I gotta tell you, brother. I've done 4 specials. You know, I was back in the day with Jay. I was on the Tonight Show a dozen times. But to me, you know, because in the comedy world, bro, you know, you're a guy that it's something that it was an honor when you asked me to.
No,
it was, bro.
Please, bro.
So it's up there. People go, so what do you do, man? You know, I work with Joey, man. So
you bad motherfucker, you. First off, how about a shout out to my main motherfuckers on it for all your health supplements, your weight supplements, from Alpha Brain to Shroom Tech to Head Protein to New Mood. Go to Onnit.com. Look at the great selection of supplements they got. Look at the steel bats. I can't get you a discount on weights and kettlebells, but on all supplements, I'll get you 10% off. Go to Onnit.com right now and press in.
Church.
Like a bad motherfucker and get 10% off delivered to your house. Number 2, like I said before, if you've been settling for store-bought underwear, 5-packs, I got something that's going to change your life for the better. You ready? MeUndies. What's the first thing you put on, the last thing you take off? It's underwear. Make your most important piece of clothing the best it could be with MeUndies. You're sitting there scratching your head going, what the fuck is MeUndies? Oh, just seriously soft, feel-good undies delivered right to your door. MeUndies are designed in L.A. and made from substantially sourced micro-modal, a fabric 3 times softer than cotton. MeUndies softer than soft luxe undies come in ever-changing selection of classic colors, bold shades, and adventurous patterns, so you can tailor your undies to your own personal style. And guess what? You can save time and money each month with a monthly subscription. How's that? And if you're not ready for a subscription, that's okay. You can still save. That's because MeUndies is offering you 20% off your first pair. Just use our special URL, MeUndies.com/Joey, and get 20% off your first pair. So go ahead, revamp your underwear drawer. You deserve it. Once again, that's MeUndies.com/Joey. Let me ask you something. Stop settling for open mic comedy when the legends are all at your fingertips. CISO puts you on the guest list for exclusive comedy shows from legendary comics and today's top talent with the new exclusive special from Nick DiPaolo and Fahim Anwar, who we had on here. You understand me? Nick DiPaolo, Gina Yashaya, and a new special from Fahim Anwar. Did you know that laughing can burn up to 120 calories an hour? That means CISO's hundreds of hours of streaming stand-up, television, and original comedy is basically a gym membership. And that means your couch is basically an elliptical. Not for you, Lee, you fuck. And those gas station nachos are basically a salad. Not for you, Lee, cocksucker. So, your New Year's resolution is basically kept. Attention comedy nerds. Come to a magical place called CISO where new stand-up comedy specials debut every month. It's like flying around the world to see great stand-up comedy in the country, except your arms won't get tired. Last year, a comedy arena was born where stand-ups roam looking to slay audiences. They call that arena CISO, where no laugh is spared and no punchline is left behind. Let's do this. With CISO, you get unlimited access to CISO original series, next day late night, and hilarious stand-up special, binge-worthy classics, including 42 seasons of Saturday Night Live. Plus, CISO brings stand-up right to your living room with exclusive content from today's best comedians, all right? Sign up now and catch a brand new stand-up from Fahim Anwar, Nick DiPaolo, and your Uncle Joey, or watch your favorite sets from comedians like Louis C.K., Amy Schumer, and Hannibal Buress. You can access CISO from anywhere, anytime, using iOS, Android, Windows, Xbox One. You ready for a punchline? Here you go. CISO, $3.99 per month. No joke, $3.99 per month for unlimited comedy, anytime, anywhere. But ready? Just go to CISO.com right now and sign up for 2 free weeks with the promo code Joey at checkout. So again, go to CISO.com, spelled SEESO.com, promo code Joey. Again, CISO.com, promo code Joey. Thank you very much. We'll be back Wednesday motherfucking night, ready to rock. Hope you have a great day and a great week. Stay black. Don't forget my man Willie Barcena, Friday and Saturday Ice House. And don't forget, tickets are going fast. Next Thursday, March 30th to fucking April Fool's Day, I'm at the Levity Live in Nyack. Don't fuck around, all right? A bunch of people coming up there. Renee Encarnaciones, Lady J. We got a bunch of undercover fucking agents. And the week after that, 420, Levity Live in Oxnard. One more time, Willie Barcena, Lee Syatt, and Uncle Joey. I love you, cocksuckers. Stay black. Have a great week. I'll see you motherfuckers on Wednesday.